If you have been applying and sending out your resume for months and hearing nothing back, it is not bad luck, it is bad strategy. Most job seekers make these critical mistakes that keep them in the job market for months. But don't worry, today I am going to break down exactly what could be holding you back from landing interviews and what to do instead. Hi, my name is Maya Ford, and I am the lead coach at GoodWorks Career Coaching. GoodWorks is on a mission to help professionals like you navigate today's job market and find fulfilling corporate careers that offer better company culture, work-life balance, and pay aligned to their purpose, values, and faith. Let's get into this video. Here's the truth. In 2025, a resume alone is not going to be enough to land you a job. Here's why. One, with the rise of AI and applicant tracking systems, 75% of resumes are filtered out before they even reach a human reviewer. And that human reviewer takes 7.4 seconds on average to review a resume before they make a hiring decision. And not only are they reviewing your resume, but they're doing their own due diligence, leveraging Google and the internet and LinkedIn to really understand more about who you are as a person before wanting to move forward with you in the job market. So, as stellar as your resume may be, that one page is not enough to really tell the story of why you are a good applicant and a good fit for the position. Here's the solution. Go beyond the one page. And I don't mean add more pages to your resume. What I mean is start thinking about building a professional branding package. What I'm trying to impress on you is that the traditional submit an application and pray approach to job hunting does not exist anymore. In fact, I think in 2025 and beyond, you have to change your approach. You need more than ever a professional brand that works for you around the clock. And today, in this video, I will be breaking down exactly what you need in a modern day professional branding package that will get you noticed, interviewed, and hired. In today's job market, you need these 4 critical elements working together to comprise your professional brand. I think 4 may surprise you, but let's walk through them. Number 1, an elevator pitch. Now, you may think that this is just for career fairs or some other form of in-person networking and doesn't really have a bearing on everything else I'm about to talk about. However, it is truly the foundation to your professional brand. It is your 30 to 60 second pitch on why you are a good fit for the role that you're applying for, the industry that you're looking in, who you are, and how your experiences have all led to where you are trying to go. This is a statement that if you were trying to network with someone, you could drop in their inbox as a quick summary of who you are and what you are looking for. This is also something that you should think that knits the story together of who you are and how all of your experiences make sense. This is a critical element that I think people overlook, but once you have this down pat, you can leverage this in each of the other elements that I'm going to talk about next. Number 2, it's your resume. It's the thing that you all know that you need. But here's the thing, resumes are not just copy and paste regurgitations of job descriptions that you've collected over the year, nor is it a collection of every single job that you've ever had, ever, even down to when you were at McDonald's. It's not these things. Your resume is a professional branding document, meaning this should be a strategic, cherry-picked version of your experiences that speak to your fit for a specific role that you're applying for. And as I talked about earlier, because we are in this AI world that we are leveraging applicant tracking software with, it is important that you are strategic with every word that you use on this page. This is something that is going to directly rank you higher. So think about, in this world, we know all about SEO. Your resume needs SEO optimized, if you will, ATS optimized, so that the keywords in the job description that you're applying for immediately stand out on your resume. This should be something that if someone was looking at the job description and looking at the resume, as easy as a robot could do it, where they're matching the experiences to your resume, it should match up one for one. Now, what I am not saying is that you make up experiences, but what I am saying is that you think beyond your job experiences to find examples of things that you have done that aligns to the job description. So whether that's a volunteer role that you've taken or something that you've done that's outside of your job description, but a project that you've worked on, whether that's a certification that you got on the side, all of those things are things that you can put on your resume in order to make your ranking higher on the applicant tracking system. Number 3, a cover letter. Now, I know some people may say a cover letter is no longer needed, but personally, I think that a cover letter does a couple things. One, it sets you apart. Not a lot of people are going to submit a cover letter. And especially, it serves almost as a disincentivizer from taking this approach of, I'm just going to apply everywhere. Why? Because if you had to sit down and write a cover letter for all these places that you were dropping your resume, you wouldn't do it. For the same reason why people don't do the extra steps, because it takes a lot of work. And I think that the work is work well worked. I don't know. It's useful. It's work that is useful. Why? Because it takes you a moment to take a step back and say, hey, why am I actually applying for this job? What interests me in the company? Why do I even think that my skills are a good fit for this role? What about my experiences tell me that this is a good fit for me? And as a result of you writing out why the company, and why you would be a good fit for the company, it really creates this script that you can take into the interview, that you can take to networking, that you can already put the forethought into why you are taking the effort to do this. Number 4, your LinkedIn profile. Your LinkedIn profile is a critical place employers go when trying to figure out if you will be a good fit for the role. Why? Because they're looking for more information than who you've worked for. They're looking to see if you'll be a good cultural fit. And the way that they do that is seeing who they may know that you may know and getting a personal recommendation. It may be seeing how people are talking about you and leaving comments on your page, how you're interacting. It gets a little bit more about your brand voice, how you're communicating yourself and who you are in your pitch and what you stand for in the form of your about section in your LinkedIn profile. I also can see if you are interested in my company, if you're following my company, if you are on the LinkedIn groups to see what groups you're connected with. I get a little bit more about who you are as a person. And that's why it is ever more important that you don't just regurgitate what is on your resume on your LinkedIn profile, because they're looking for deeper information, richer information that can tell a complete story, so that as they look at your application and they're considering you versus another candidate, that they know that you are the perfect fit for the role. Someone recently described LinkedIn as being your 24/7 billboard that markets you around the world, and it never stops. This is something that if you set it up right, it could be finding you opportunities and helping recruiters see you and notice you around the clock. This allows you to get noticed better than you dropping 50 resumes in a day. This is something that works constantly, nonstop on your behalf to find the roles, the recruiters, and the companies that fit exactly what you are trying to do in the market. Now that you know what are the critical components of your professional brand in 2025, here is what I want you to do. Conduct a personal brand audit. What does that mean? Take all of your documents, lay them side by side, and open up your LinkedIn profile on your computer and ask yourself, does this tell the same story? And I think what is critical in this is making sure that you are very clear on the type of role that you want to find. Now, I know you are looking for a job, and with that comes a lot of pressure, anxiety, and face it, fear associated around getting the great job that you feel like you deserve and that you need. But this is going to require focus, meaning I would be careful applying for 3 very completely different jobs, because what this strategy really hinges on is focus. It's focus. You have to be telling a focused story in your professional brand. That means you need to be targeting one type of role. Not to say that this can't show up in a variety of different industries, public sector, private sector, whatever, but you need to be telling one story. If you are a project manager, your resume, your cover letter, your elevator pitch, your LinkedIn profile, all needs to be communicating the type of project manager that you're going to show up and be. You can't apply for a project manager role and then an event planner role and a dog washer role. It's going to be confusing if you are trying to target a role that is more than just a job, but a career. This is advice for someone who is trying to build a career. And trust me, I understand the pressure. I can empathize with the pressure of needing to find a role. But if you want to find the right role, the role that provides you the company culture, the work-life balance, and the pay that you are needing in this next season of your career, you will need to take a step back and stop applying everywhere and really look to be more strategic with your time, with your message, and with your connections in this next season. So here's what I want you to do. Review all of your professional branding materials. Look at your cover letter, your resume, your LinkedIn profile, your elevator pitch, and ask yourself, does this tell the same story? Am I communicating who I am, the unique value that I offer? Is this communicating why my experiences, my strengths, the things that I have accomplished in the past all position me to solve a problem? What is the problem that I can solve? What value can I bring to employers? And when you take that audit and say, is this telling the same story? Am I using consistent messaging? What you are trying to do is create a consistent and complementary through line through all of your materials. Complete that brand audit. Be more focused in your messaging. And then optimize everything. Optimize your LinkedIn profile to target the type of roles that you want. Optimize your resume so that it's speaking to an exact role that you're applying for. So when you start networking and looking for that role, because networking is a critical part to all of this as well, you will know that everything that you provide the recruiter or the connection at the company speaks to exactly who you are and the value that you can bring. Thank you for watching this video. If you like content like this, career tips that help you navigate today's job market, please follow and subscribe. And I want to hear from you in the comments. Leave the comment on what element of the professional branding package is most challenging for you. I read every single comment, and I am happy to make more content around your specific challenges or needs. Thanks for watching.